From silly to sexy, do you remember these TV werewolves? We'll find out in Guess the Show by the Werewolf. Guess the Show. Being Human, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or Supernatural? Seth Green was Daniel Osborne, better known as Oz, on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I personally don't think it's possible to come up with a crazier plan.
We attacked the mayor with hummus.
I stand corrected.
Guess the Show. The Order, What We Do in the Shadows, or Wolfpack? Devery Jacobs was Lilith Bathory, a werewolf on the Netflix series The Order.
You got a problem, Witchy Poo? I didn't expect to see a woman here.
It's the 21st century. Women can be werewolves.
Guess the Show. Angel, Bitten, or the originals? Former Supergirl Laura Vandervoort was Elena Michaels, the star of Bitten.
My future never belonged to you.
Well, you always had my heart.
Now I'm going to break it.
Guess the Show. Being Human, Doctor Who, or Sanctuary? Russell Tovey appeared on Doctor Who, but he was Werewolf George Sands in the UK's Being Human.
I manage my condition. I hide in a shitty bloody cellar or the middle of a forest, but you buy a bottle of wine and a package of condoms.
Guess the Show. Carnival Row, Hemlock Grove, or the originals? Joseph Morgan was Klaus Michelson on The Vampire Diaries and its spin-off The Originals.
Is it so important to you that people quake with fear at the sound of your name?
People quake with fear because I have the power to make them afraid.
Guess the Show. Black Mirror, Werewolf by Night, or Wolf Like Me? Clara Rugaard was Maisie Day in Black Mirror's 6th season.
Just go!
Guess the Show. Wednesday, Wolf Like Me, or Wolfpack? Armani Jackson is Everett Lang in the new Paramount Plus series Wolfpack.
Just take it off.
All right, shit. Just gonna wait for college to experiment a little bit. Let's do this.
Just shut up and take the shirt off. Please, let me see the bite.
Guess the Show. Legacies, Supernatural, or The Vampire Diaries? Danielle Rose Russell starred as werewolf witch vampire hybrid Hope Michelson on Legacies.
Dimitri.
Cheater.
Should really let a vampire start doing my training. You're getting a little old for me to break your human bones.
Guess the Show. Once Upon a Time, Teen Wolf, or the originals? Tyler Posey was Scott McCall, the star of MTV's Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf the Movie.
I have claws.
I'm smarter.
Oh, I'm faster.
Prove it.
Guess the Show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Order, or Wednesday? Diana Bang was the magical werewolf Salvador Grant on The Order.
We can break bread. Or bones. Your choice. Pull up a seat. Sit.
Guess the Show. The Wilds, Wolf Like Me, or Wolfpack? Isla Fisher stars as Mary in the Australian series Wolf Like Me.
Why did he get scared?
Because I turned into a wolf.
We all do that.
He saw me turn into one and eat a goat.
Guess the Show. Hemlock Grove, Penny Dreadful, or Werewolf by Night? Landon Liboiron was Peter Romancic in Netflix's Hemlock Grove.
But your index and middle fingers are the same length. And they say that makes you a werewolf.
Or did you get something like that?
I don't know. It's TV or whatever.
Guess the Show. Grimm, Penny Dreadful, or The Vampire Diaries? Before joining the One Chicago franchise, Taylor Kinney was Mason Lockwood on The Vampire Diaries.
Mason was a catch. He had girls lining up.
Really? Huh. I always pegged you for a lone wolf.
Oh, I'm sure I wasn't half the lady killer you were.
Guess the show. Legacies, Once Upon a Time, or True Blood. Megan Ori was Ruby Lucas, also known as Red Riding Hood in Once Upon a Time.
What are you talking about?
You think I don't know a wolf when I see one?
How do you know what I am?
Guess the show. Shadowhunters, The Reluctant Werewolf, or Supernatural. DJ Qualls was Garth Fitzgerald IV in Supernatural.
So why are a bunch of werewolves wearing silver bullets around their necks?
Sorry, Dean, but we don't use the W word around here. We prefer the term lycanthrope.
We?
On that note, let's play Guess the Werewolf Cousin Show. Being human, Grimm, or Wolf Lake. Silas Weir Mitchell was Monroe, a bloop pod in the Portland-based series Grimm.
I told you to meet me, not eat me.
Hey, man. We're not playing paintball out here.
Guess the Werewolf Cousin Show. The Gates, Silverfang, or Wolfblood. Amy Kelly was Wolfblood Maddie Smith in the UK series Wolfblood.
I only thought werewolves went hairy at the full moon.
We feel the urge to change when we feel threatened or angry too. And it's wolf blood, not werewolf. We're not monsters.
Guess the Werewolf Cousin Show. Carnival Row, The Order, or Shadowhunters. Ariane Bukhari was Darius Prowl, a Merrick in the Amazon series Carnival Row.
I'll be shitting bones and leather for a week. When a wolf comes out, it's freedom.
Guess the show. Legacies, The Vampire Diaries, or True Blood. Phoebe Tonkin was a werewolf on The Vampire Diaries before becoming a hybrid on the originals.
So this is your thing? Show a girl a few mediocre paintings, whine about your childhood, and I swear and spill all my dirty secrets?
Guess the show. From Scratch, The Order, or Shadowhunters. Alicia Wainwright was werewolf Maya Roberts in Shadowhunters.
Are you still bitter about getting your ass kicked by a werewolf?
In case you forgot, that was a 3-against-1 fight.
Well, I'm actually happy I didn't maul you to death.
Why? So you can slowly annoy me to death instead?
Guess the show. Blackmere, Hemlock Grove, or Penny Dreadful. Josh Hartnett was in a Blackmere episode, but he was werewolf Ethan Chandler in Penny Dreadful.
We are not like others. We have claws for a reason.
Guess the show. Bitten, Supernatural, or True Blood. Joe Manganiello was the lone wolf Alcide Herveau in True Blood.
As new master of this pack, it is your obligation to eat.
No, thank you. I have no interest in being the new packmaster.
Guess the show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Wizards of Waverly Place, or Wolf Lake. A teenage Mary Elizabeth Winstead was Sophia Donner in Wolf Lake.
Stop it!
Guess the show. Hunter's Moon, Legacies, or Shadowhunters. Courtney Bandico was werewolf Finch Terreo in Legacies.
This is my... Finch, this is Jed, the Salvatore School's alpha.
Guess the show. Wizards of Waverly Place, Wolf Watch, or Wolfblood. Before he was a Marvel runaway, Greg Sulkin was Mason Greyback in Wizards of Waverly Place.
I've got a romantic evening plan, and then a romantic walk.
You want to know what else is romantic? When you get wolfed up and eat a rat. Don't forget to show her that.
Guess the show. Doctor Who, The Gates, or Grimm. 3 years before joining Arrow, Colton Haynes was Brett Kretzky in The Gates.
I can't keep running away. Sit down. You're in no shape. Logo. What's the point of having teeth if you never use them?
Guess the show. Supernatural, Teen Wolf, or The Vampire Diaries. Emmanuelle Vaugier had a memorable appearance as Madison in Supernatural.
I am not a werewolf. There is no such thing. It's made up, all right? They're not real, you know they're not real.
No? Then where did that come from?
I don't know.
Guess the show. Being Human, Black Mirror, or Wolfblood. Sam Huntington was Josh Levison in the US remake of Being Human.
Okay, how's your breath? I don't have a sense of smell anymore.
I gotta be honest, it smells like dog to me.
Guess the show. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Wednesday, or Wolfpack. Emma Myers is Enid Sinclair in Netflix's record-breaking series Wednesday.
If I'm meant to wolf out, then I'm going to do it on my own timeline and not yours. I just hope that one day you'll finally be able to accept me for who I am.
Guess the show. Bitten, Once Upon a Time, or Teen Wolf. Before she was on Once Upon a Time, Adelaide Kane was Cora Hale on Teen Wolf.
Okay, that was frustratingly vague. How old are you?
I'm 17.
See, that's an answer. That's how we answer people.
Well, 17 how you measure in years.
All right, I'm just gonna drop it.
And for your little dark heart, check out my Wednesday quizzes. Hey, don't forget to subscribe.